Hey y'all! Wait, I don't know why I did that. Are y'all having okay with it? Hey y'all! It's me, Gina, and welcome back to my kitchen. Today, we're gonna be making some cookies. I really wanted to make some fun cookies. Oh, let me get my cookie cutter. So today we're gonna be making some cookies. I got some Abby cookie cutters. But they're not for Abby. These are not Abby cookies. So today we're gonna be making some cookies of Abby. So I got a cute little boxer body, a whole boxer cookie cutter, and then a little boxer face cookie cutter with a little face smushed in it. And I thought, what better cookies to make than gingerbread cookies? I know it's a little bit after the holidays, but I love gingerbread cookies, and since they're brown, they would be perfect for Abby since she's brindle. So for this recipe, it says we need 3 cups of all-purpose flour, 3/4 packed cups of dark brown sugar, not light but dark. We need 1 tablespoon of ginger, a tablespoon of cinnamon, a ½ teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 teaspoonfuls of baking soda, a ½ teaspoon of cloves, 12 tablespoons of butter, slightly softened, cut into 12 pieces, 3/4 cup of unsulphured molasses, and then 2 tablespoons of milk. It also stated that you needed a stand mixer with a paddle attachment. I'm sure if you don't have that, you can just use a hand mixer. I'm not sure how thick this dough's gonna get, but I'll let you know as we get on how this is gonna work. So first, in my stand mixer, and do not pay very close attention to my stand mixer because it's very dirty. I need it to rinse it down in warm water after this, but I use my mixer a lot, so it's dirty, y'all. Don't look at my dirty mixer. So we're gonna start out by putting the flour, the dark brown sugar, the cloves, the salt, and the baking soda, the cinnamon, and the ginger in our mixer, and we're gonna stir it. It says stir it until they're doing great with words again. And we're gonna mix it until it's combined. Woo! And we're gonna fling that flour everywhere, y'all. Everywhere. Okay, now it says to turn your mixture on low and add in your butter 1 pat at a time. And you're gonna mix it until it turns into the consistency of sand. Stuff has reached what looks like wet sand, supposedly. I'm not exactly sure what that means, but maybe it looks like wet sand. Oh shoot, I hit the wrong button. Tom,
what are you doing?
Making a mess. Now we're gonna add in the molasses, and I normally just dump mine in from a measuring cup and mix on low and hope it doesn't fling anything out. And then we're gonna add in our milk, cut it up on high. Ooh, let me fling my thing on before we do that. It says cut it on high and mix it for about 10 seconds on high. Oh my word! That's about 10 seconds. Looks like dough. Okay, now we're gonna turn our dough out onto some parchment paper. Okay, it says get it in a ball. Sticking to the parchment paper. Oh, this is a sticky dough. It says cut it in half. I'm gonna cut it in half with my hand. And half of it goes on another piece of parchment paper. I need you to roll me out a big piece of parchment paper like this and just put it over there, and I'm gonna flick this ball on it. Okay, I taped down my parchment paper. And I'm gonna rub my rolling pin in flour. Maybe even sprinkle a little bit on this dough. Abby, would you shush? You scared me to death. Okay. Now it says roll it till it's a quarter. Man, I taped this down, it still come up. Okay guys, the balls of dough have been in the fridge for 20 minutes. We're gonna attempt to roll them out again. I didn't read the instructions. This is part of my problem, is you're supposed to put it in between 2 sheets of parchment paper to roll it out because it's very sticky, and then put it rolled together between 2 sheets of parchment paper in the freezer. I just put the dough in the freezer in the balls. We're gonna see if we can pull one out, roll it out, and cut it up real quick. I don't know how it's gonna work. It also says you cook it on parchment paper on your baking sheet, but I actually have my air bake pans with my, get out of there, my air bake pans with my seal pat liners on them ready to go, cause I don't know what's happening. Let's cut us out some shapes and see what we can get done. All right, y'all. Ta-da! We have our gingerbread. Abby's done. So we have our little standing boxers. I don't know if y'all can see them.
It's on a bucket too. Probably backwards. It's upside down.
Oh, is it? Like this?
No, not that way. That way.
And then we have our little boxer faces, which were a little more detailed. But they're really cute. And I have one here. This is the one that I did while the dough was still very cool, and it actually turned out the cutest with the most detail. So let's recap what I did wrong and what you should do to do it right. I don't know why I keep looking like this right here at this one.
It's weird.
So I didn't fully read the instructions from the recipe, where it said you should lay down parchment paper, cover your ball with another piece of parchment paper, and roll it out between the 2 pieces of parchment paper. And then keep it between the 2 pieces of parchment paper and put it in the freezer for about 15 to 20 minutes. Bring it out, peel the top layer off, put a fresh layer on it, and then turn it over, peel the other layer off, and cut them up. For the future, what I will do is probably pick not quite a chewy recipe and such a sticky dough to do these type of cookie cutters, and just get regular like stars and hearts and stuff to do this type. This is a very yummy gingerbread recipe, and it's not crispy. It's a very chewy gingerbread, which is what I wanted, which I think makes the dough a little bit harder to deal with. This made about 17 cookies. I think if you are not doing some weird stuff like this, then you'll probably get about 2 dozen, Abby, or 1.5 dozen from your recipe. I baked mine for 9 minutes. Halfway through, I rotated the racks. I had 2 racks going at a time. Both of my racks were right in the middle of the oven, and halfway through you just rotate the 2 cookie sheets and finish cooking them. And you want to make sure when you touch them that they barely retain a fingerprint. But they are a very chewy recipe, and the edges are just a little bit golden, so it's the perfect gingerbread recipe. It was just so crazy for me to cut out cookies. But like I said, I don't cut out cookies. I just normally roll them in balls and cook them in round cookies. So I'm gonna need some practice. I'm gonna bring you with me on this practice journey, because y'all can see all the crap that I did wrong, because ding, dang, and we doggies if everything ain't go wrong in this mess. Whew. So wrong. Tom. 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 That's not annoying. I ate Abby's Lego. What, Abby? That tastes good. Cookie though. See how chewy it is?
Go.
And the edges are good. That's a cookie, y'all. And here comes Abby because she wants some. It is Abby, but you can't have it. I'm sorry. We'll have to make. Did you give her a piece? We'll have to make some dog treats soon. Alright, y'all, that's it for this episode. Please give this video a thumbs up. Let me know what kind of cookie recipe you have that rolls out and makes really good stamped and cut cookies. Because I'm in desperate need of some, obviously. Hit that subscribe button because y'all know y'all want to. We put out crazy videos every Tuesday and Thursday. Sometimes they work and sometimes they don't, but we still put them out anyway. And we will see y'all next time. Stay sweet, y'all.